Okay, Ethereum is at an all-time high. Cardano is at an all-time high. Charlie 3 is at an all-time high. Trias is at an all-time high. That's what this show is about. It's all about all-time highs. That's why you tuned in. And today we're going to give you a whole lot of coins that are heading for all-time highs. So have your notebook and paper ready, because this is going to be a full jam-packed show. I'm Crypto Man Ran. Welcome back, guys. And Fred's telling me, get off the Wi-Fi. Fred, I would love to get off the Wi-Fi. Let me get off the Wi-Fi. Yeah, the Wi-Fi is off. Can you guys hear me? Yes, you guys can hear me. So welcome back, guys. Hope you had an amazing, profitable weekend. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Where have you been? What do you mean? What do you mean you've been listening to other crypto channels? Have you lost your mind? This is the only place to be. Not because we by far have more profitable calls than any other channel on the internet. There is no other channel on the internet that gives you as many profitable calls. And don't ask me, but someone told me a story about a guy driving a McLaren this weekend in South Africa. And he said he bought the McLaren based on the calls that he got off Crypto Banter. And there's many stories like that going around. So this is the most profitable channel in the world. This is also the only channel that gives back much more than it makes. And that's for sure. We give back to our community much more than we ever made. I'll tell you why. Have you ever seen advertising on our channel? Once or twice we'll add a referral link where we think that the operators really add value. And there may be some more referral links when we do the school, which we're going to give you for free. But otherwise, there's no other revenue on this channel. Nothing, as you can see. No advertising, no sponsorship, because we're trying to build a community where you can trust everything that we say. And if we start shilling you links, then maybe you're not going to trust us as much. And then, we are the only channel that is giving away over $500,000 now in the Banter Bags competition. And I don't know if you guys saw, but on the weekend, the press got hold of the Banter Bags and they started writing articles about how amazing and how life-changing the Banter Bags were. If you didn't see that, go look at my Twitter. You'll see a whole lot of things on my Twitter. So what are the Banter Bags? Quickly, because today's probably the last day, Fred? I mean, it's today or tomorrow. We said, when we get to 250,000 subscribers, we're going to give away the Banter Bags. The Banter Bags is $10,000 that we invested in pre-market allocations that you can get your hands onto. And these pre-market allocations are actually coming to market. And they're coming to market hard and fast. And we are making money with all these allocations. And we don't want the money. We're actually just going to give it to the community. So this is a huge week. I'll tell you what. Charlie 3 is now at $3. What does that mean for our allocation, the Banter Bags? Define. Remember the Define, the cross-chain DEX that lives on Ethereum Layer 2 on Matic, launching today. Guys, Fred, you're going too fast, bro. Go back. Define is going to come to market, and Define is going to do 50x plus. And then that $1,000 that we invested for you guys in the Banter Bags is going to be another $50,000 in the Banter Bags. Now, remember that we selected 7 winners, right, Freddie? One of them was a charity. We said we're going to give it to charity. And then we decided to give it away to a mental health charity. And that's in memory of Sheldon's father, Sheldon's old man, who took his own life. And if you guys didn't watch the show with Sheldon, I know most of you did because it's had over 100,000 views. And because of the fan mail that Sheldon got this weekend, man, I've never seen a community like that. I've never seen a community rally together behind a leader, behind Sheldon. And, you know, we held back that story. We knew it would inspire you guys. We knew it would show everyone that, you know, if you're just focused and determined, anyone can turn their life around. Even someone like Sheldon, who, against all the odds, turned his life around in less than 12 months. I mean, it was 95% his will and his determination and his persona. It was 4% his circumstances and 1% crypto banter. I will take 1% of the credit for spotting him and for giving him a platform to talk to you guys, to talk to, well, now 300,000 people or 240,000 people. So guys, if you're not a subscriber to our channel, now's a great time to subscribe. Let's watch you guys subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe, like, follow me on Twitter, follow Sheldon on Twitter, and that's the only way to win the Banter Bags. And there are still 3 Banter Bags to be given away. Right, Freddie? Cool. Let's get into the show. Let's bring in the one, the only sniper in the whole world who never, ever, ever, ever misses a shot. Guys, Sheldon's parting words to you on Friday were buy Cardano and buy Charlie 3. Okay? Isn't that what you said? Didn't you not say buy Cardano and buy Charlie 3?
Morning, buddy. Yeah, we've actually we've called quite a bit in the last week, and yeah, those were definitely on the list. And as we're starting to understand that the whole market doesn't just wake up at once, we have the random ones that pop, and you know we're getting them right. We're getting the right ones, and even the rest that we have gone through that haven't moved yet, we're about to see a huge explosion. So I'm excited for today's show. But Charlie 3, jeez. Trias, what about Trias? Freddie, my man.
God, I mean, not only did I lose that bet, but I mean, I lost it. I mean, it went to 30 bucks. Charlie 3 went to 30 bucks.
Geez. Trias.
sorry, Trias went to 30 bucks. Call up that Trias chart.
So there's the first one, Charlie, and I'll quickly get to the Trias chart. So ran it went to $32. I think me and you are going to take a break this week, and I think Fred's going to maybe run the shows. What do you think?
It's coming down now. It's 20 bucks now. I mean, healthy retrace. Like
it is, but guys, we are in from $6 and $8. So even though there's been a massive pullback, we're still 300% up on our trades, which is huge. So you know, well done, Brady. You know, you hit a 500% trade in like 5 days. So that was a fantastic.
Freddy. You know, I say one thing. Don't discount Fred, because remember, Fred's in the line of fire. He speaks to all the guests. He evaluates all the project here in the background. So he's got his finger on the pulse. And I must say, next time I'm not going to doubt, you know, when Freddie says buy something, then I'm going to just swallow my pride and buy it. That's just the way it has to be.
That was brilliant. You know, the chart looked even more beautiful. So everything just worked, and it was, you know, and the big thing on it is that even though it's sitting where it is right now, I think it's only got a 45 million market cap. So it's still in a very small sort of stage. So we got great entries. I hope you guys did take some profit.
Exactly as I have been predicting.
Gotta love it. So yeah, guys, I hope you did take some profits though. It's gonna take a little bit of time to recover from this big pullback we've had now. We know a bit of sideways prep for the next move. I don't think it will go anywhere near where we got our entries, but it will hover between the $15, $60 to the $20, hover in this range for a bit, and then we can see the growth from there. So yeah, I hope you guys did take some sort of profits. Otherwise, we've got good entries. You want to hold them for the longer run. It's looking really good. We're just coming down and testing big support levels, which is this zone over here, and this is where I see it hovering for a while. Usually once we get a big reaction because that's taking profits now. These are all the guys, big take profits that came in over there now. And now they're going to wait to see where's the low. And once the price calms down and people stop panicking out now and stop fearing out of the markets, they're going to wait for it to calm down and then take it for the next run. So I still think...
We're looking for sideways movement now. So this is now downwards movement. We're looking for sideways movement. I think if you go into the 1 hour chart, you might see a little bit of sideways movement already starting.
Yeah, you remember when we first started, Rand, how I was showing the guys that when we have this big acceleration, this big wick like this, you see where it gets bought up. You see how the price comes down again to that zone. So remember, that means that there's big buy orders that are sitting in the zone. So that obviously they took profit at the top. Now they're buying 40% cheaper in the zone. And it's crazy that when we have such a quick reaction and a push upwards to the upward side, the price always comes and hovers back down to that zone to capture the rest of that liquidity. So it's getting there. The main thing that we obviously do want to see is for us to come down to the zone, calm down. You can see I have a big orange block there. And then we will then start the upside down bar and the upside down sort of movement. So it's looking good. It's just going to come back down. I think it's going to come back down to the lows of that wick. So it will come back down to the 15.7, that sort of region. And then we'll start getting a bit of a reaction upwards. But, you know, it's got a small market cap. So this coin, when people buy up, it really starts to explode quickly. So if you're still in, you're strong. If you took some good profits at the top, that's good. Don't be too high. push to buy it all back just yet. Start laddering in these zones because you have done a very good farming technique by taking those highs. And for the guys that are still holding, hold strong, guys. We're in from $7 and $8. We are sitting pretty. We're still sitting huge at the moment from where we're sitting. So it's looking good. A bit of slow movements, and then we will start getting the next push. It needs to calm down. The whales need to know it's safe to buy again for them from taking the profits.
Let's get into the Bitcoins first, because I think there's a lot to talk about today. Let's start off with Ethereum breaking all-time highs.
You want to go to Ethereum, okay?
In my show today, we're going to be talking about the flippening, and I think Ethereum is going to flip in Bitcoin end of 2021 to 2022, and I'm going to talk about why later on my show today. Let's look at what the charts are saying. This thing is going. This thing's not stopping.
Yeah. So what we were obviously speaking about was this 3 stages. We got the Bitcoin, then the Ethereum, and then for the major alts. But now what we started to see is that Ethereum wasn't at its top yet. So which actually excites me, because yes, we started moving some of our Ethereum into some of the alts, but it excites me that there's even more growth in Ethereum, because it means the next push, the next shift in the market is going to be huge. It's going to be a big shift. The higher it goes, the more it's going to sort of have that sort of big effect in the market, if I could say. Like same with Bitcoin. When Bitcoin rallied all the way to 65,000, we then had the shakeout event. And that's something I want to talk about you today, is there is going to be small shakeout, quick events, which is going to try to create a little bit of panic in the markets. And that was the same thing when Bitcoin went to 65 and it went all the way down to 50,000. What happened in that time? And what we've got to understand, that with these shakeouts, they are going to occur in this big bull market. That is going to happen. They're going to try to panic you out. This is how it's going to work. And what we need to understand is that when the transitions happen in the market. Now, what I mean by that is we first needed that huge dump from Bitcoin to get this breakout over here. We only got this breakout. There's the circle from that day we spoke, Ryan. We said from the now on, Ethereum is going to move. And we could see that clearly on what we're moving in. But what formed that? That formed from that big drop from Bitcoin we had 3 weeks ago. When we had that big drop, that's when we had the transition now to Ethereum's time. Now, just remember that when something is rallying and everything is bullish and moving, they're not just going to, something needs to change in the mental shift of people for another cycle to run, or the next set of alts to move. And that's where a big little event comes in, like a shakeout, where you got this big red candle that just comes out of nowhere, panics the market out, and then they continue their journey again. And just to understand that that's sort of what we're going to need to get as well for the Ethereum to now calm down a little bit and then shift into the rest of the alts. Now, all the charts are showing that we are going to have an explosion between the major alts to Ethereum. We're going to have a massive one. And the reason why I'm saying that, and I know that, is because off of that stochastic RSI, there's one thing about that indicator, and we'll go through it today. So you guys can also, it will give you a nice little trading hint today. So when you know when we're going to rally up, when we're going to start making our way down, is that thing is so accurate on very high time frames. Now, that indicator, which I'll get into now, shows that all of these major alts, especially your Cardano, your Zol, your Link, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, all of them, they have all started to hit the bottoms to the Ethereum pair on the weekly RSI, which is one of the highest time frame analysis that we can take. So it's showing us that we are still in the correct cycle. It just means that the stage 2 was just dragged on a bit longer, meaning that Ethereum, the top has not been hit for Ethereum for now, short term. It hasn't been hit yet, and it's still rallying upwards. So with this, we still know, go for it.
If Ethereum goes through the white line, so currently the ratio of Bitcoin to Ethereum is 0.07. If we get to 0.015, which is just above so it's up a little bit more. If we get to 0.015, that's when Ethereum flippens Bitcoin. Has more Bitcoin.
I think so. So if we have a look now, we can actually work it out. So if we see what the market cap is, I think if you can have a look there on the side there for us, quick rant, so then I can work this out for us. So
let me look at it here.
Have a look. So if we break through the next resistance, okay, which is 24% away, we then go to the next level.
480 billion, 475.
Okay, cool. So if we break the all-time high, it's 120% over Bitcoin, which means
we need exactly that.
So if we break that, Ethereum does flip on Bitcoin, yes.
Yes.
100%. So it's very exciting on the levels that we're getting. Now, I've
said it a lot. I've said it many times, but more recently I said it on my Twitter. I think that Ethereum does flip in Bitcoin this bull cycle.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And then I think BNB is going to have a play as well. Maybe at a later stage. Let's see. But definitely. And then we know, but end of the day, what we do got to understand is Ethereum can flip in Bitcoin definitely, but Bitcoin hasn't had its second run yet, or hasn't had its next push yet. So at a later stage, Bitcoin's going to attempt again, and it's going to be a fight.
Stop.
Go for it.
Urgent announcement. There are 14,000 people watching the stream, and there are 6,300 likes. I mean,
whoa.
Freddie, what are we doing wrong, bro? Bad show. Pack it up. End the stream. Come back tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Guys, we'll see you again tomorrow. Same time, same place. 10 a.m.
Cheers, guys.
Come on, guys. Smash that like. Let's get this content shared. Let's see if we can break some records. I think we can. I think we can get more than... We had 16,000 people on the stream. That was our maximum. Let's see if we can break that record. Come on, guys. Come on, let's see the likes going up. Freddie, how many likes on your side? I think maybe the like meter is broken on my side. Let me refresh this. There's huge resistance here on the likes. So they've hit a ceiling. Oh, now we're talking. 9,300. Now we're talking. There we
go. Okay. So let's do this, guys. So what are we expecting now? The main thing is to have a look at now is to the Bitcoin pair from Ethereum, we are getting to oversold or overbought territory, which means a short-term, a week, a 2-week slowdown from Ethereum to the Bitcoin pair can happen. But the first thing we obviously need is Ethereum to get the high of where it needs to get. But there is going to be I'm not saying there's going to be a huge dump or huge correction. There will be these random candles, but what I'm saying is it's going to slow down a little bit to Bitcoin. Now, that doesn't lie. Every time we have gotten to the oversold territory, we've always had a pullback in the market, and you can see there, well, to the BTC pair. So we know that Ethereum, it's pumping and it's doing huge things, but we know it is going to slow down a little bit to Bitcoin, where I kind of have a little feeling inside of me Bitcoin's going to go for that all-time high in that specific time. We will see.
Nope.
We will see. Are we going to take another bit, Ron?
Nope. I'm telling you, this is what happens next. We're getting a pullback. We're getting a general market pullback.
Yes, I agree with you.
Running too quickly. So there's going to be a general market slight pullback. Nothing to panic about. 10%, 15%. And then people are going to get out of Ethereum and out of alts, and they're going to go back into Bitcoin. Go to the next chart. Go to the Bitcoin dominance chart.
Yeah, I see it going...
There we go. That dominance chart needs a bit of a correction. It needs a bit of a green candle. It needs a bit of a retrace towards the resistance line. When does it happen? Slight pullback. External event. Slight pullback. Yeah. Fred, today, cashometer. We've got to talk about cashometer later today. Guys need to know we're starting to accumulate cash. That's what I spent the weekend doing. Spent the weekend buying cash and buying more Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is so cheap now. It's so cheap.
No, it is. And okay, but now in this time of this dominance drop, Ran, and I want to ask you now, in this drop, what moved? Out of everything, yeah, we had such a move. We had a huge pullback, and I'm like, what moved? What actually moved? Ethereum, BNB, Cardano. What didn't move? So what I'm seeing now is, yes, we're going to have a bounce in the dominance, definitely. But I believe a few coins are going to run with Bitcoin, because they were the ones that had no part of this. They've had hardly any part of this big pullback. So this was for all the big guys. Now, what about our next part of the cycle? So I agree with you that Ethereum, that's going to get diversified back into Bitcoin. But when it comes to your Chainlink and your Polkadot and these ones, I think they're going to run with Bitcoin in this next push upwards into that. Because why? Because I believe that the money from BNB, Ethereum, they are going to get diversified into the alts. It doesn't have to be Bitcoin that gets diversified into the alts. It's the big boys that are still in there and that's what all the charts are showing.
You know what? So yes and no. Remember, the first time when there's going to be a panic, everyone's going to move out of alts into Bitcoin. Then they're going to realize it's all fine, and then they're going to look for places to put their money again. Where are they going to put their money? It's not going to be Ethereum, because Ethereum's still going to be quite expensive. Bang, it's going to go into the alts. That's going to be the catalyst to get us into properly phase 3 of the cycle. We spoke about phase 1 Bitcoin, phase 2 Ethereum. We're kind of seeing big cap alts as well. So we're seeing BNB, we saw Cardano hitting new highs. We haven't seen Polkadot. Like Polkadot hasn't yet had that like huge run, you know, it's still at 40
nothing. Yeah, it's had nothing. It's had nothing. So their time, but how does that happen? We need a shakeout. We need something. So that cash meter is very important that we can capitalize on later to help with that. But when it came down to last week, what was the whole understanding? That we're going to start shifting a little bit of Ethereum into some of these alts that are next in the cycle. So now we know that stage 2 was exaggerated a bit longer, which is good. It's fine. Bring more money in the market. It's bringing more money in. So that's great. But that money is going to be diversified at some point. Now, I'm still very happy with all of these Ethereum to these pairs and where we're sitting. Now we can see that we are slowing down sideways beautifully here, Zil to Ethereum. We can look at the Cardano to Ethereum. Cardano's broken all-time high. Does that look like it's done anything yet to the Ethereum pair? Nope. Like it's absolutely done nothing. So Cardano is only, its motors are just only getting moved. So I'm still very...
Like 10% of Ethereum, swap them into Cardano, right?
100%. That's looking good. Okay. Now, looking at the next one, looking at BNB. We also are getting to that point where we're slowing down with BNB. It may pull back a little bit more into the zone, but BNB to Ethereum is also showing us that we're going to have BNB start overpowering Ethereum bits. And this is where you can get your BNB to that 1,000 mark that you've been talking about, is we need the backing of the two big dogs like we've been speaking. Same as DOT. Looking at DOT. We are still sitting in these green zones where our supports are. This is massive, guys. The fact that we're having such a big impulse downwards. What happens to Trias? And I know it may be a smaller cap coin, but what happens when something moves too fast? When it moves too fast in one direction, we get a huge reaction. Now, what's happening with all of these pairs to the Ethereum? Look how fast we are moving down here. What are you expecting the reaction from a lot of these coins? We are getting a big bounce. And it may be a shakeout where there's a small 10-15% drop in the market, but have a look at that stochastic. Have a look at that weekly stochastic. Guys, that is more bottomed out than we can ever see out of a coin to be bottomed out. And that's the DOT to Ethereum. So that shows that DOT has absolutely done nothing compared to what it's about to actually...
Go to Cardano, because I think that the narrative now, we started it, BitBoy followed, Elio added a lot of fuel to the fire, but the narrative now is Cardano. Cardano. We said it last week. And the ecosystem around Cardano. So we specifically have been looking at coins like Charlie 3. There is a new one on OCAM. OCAM is one we look at. CardStarter is one we look at. DeFi is launching on OCAM. There's the Jira wallet, which is launching on CardStarter. That's the narrative now. That's the narrative. So for me, you got to watch the stochastic. When the stochastic crosses and we start getting an uptick in Cardano, which is what's going to start happening now, you've got to be in those projects.
Exactly. And look at that. You know, at the end of the day, just having a look at where we're sitting. So the weekly has hit the bottom, which is huge. What happened the last time we had a cross on the weekly? Cardano did 370% over Ethereum. But anyway, I'm very excited for what's to come next. I'm very happy that we are starting to diversify. We've just rode Ethereum's wave. Now, Ethereum is going to sleep a little bit, and it's time for the next ones to move. We are still running in the right sort of direction. Now, same thing with Cardano. A push up from here to Ethereum-based is 80%. Now, one thing that I want to just add to this, what I've given you guys and all of this, is daily and weekly charts. You can't sit 3 days later and say, oh, is it going up? Is it not this? Is it that? We've said between 4 to 6 weeks is where you're going to see huge growth out of these coins. You need to give them that time as well. If you're going to be impatient, you're going to be on the losing team. You're going to be patient, you're going to be on the winning team. So Cardano is looking brilliant to Ethereum, and having a look to Bitcoin, it's about to break the high, which is good. And then we have the next push up to that zone. So Cardano is still showing even to Bitcoin, even if we have a bounce in the dominance.
Leave that drawing there.
Yeah, I've left it there. That's still the same one. Leaving it.
Let's track it.
Cool. I know it's not the favorite one that we want to talk about lots, but Litecoin, guys. Litecoin. We are looking beautiful. Since that little breakout in the BTC pair, which was good. But guess what? We have a second daddy, which is that one. We have Ethereum. It hasn't done anything yet to the Ethereum pair. Not yet. We are only in now this phase where we start turning and we start making our next sort of push up for the next sort of cup. So we are getting to a really key stage to know that all of these alts are starting to break these all-time highs. Yes, Link hasn't shot up to me, but it broke all-time high. It's sitting in all-time high territory from where it was sitting. All of them are starting to break, and yet we've had no reaction to the Ethereum yet, which means we've had Bitcoin's backing the whole time. We haven't had Ethereum's backing.
A big Litecoin feature on our show today, massive Litecoin feature. So we've got someone from the
Ryan, can I stop you quickly?
Yes.
I see we just got 16,000 live views.
16,000 live views. Unbelievable. You know what that means?
Guys.
You know what that means? You know what that means? So we're going into price discovery now. No, you know what? I think we should give away a Banter Bag. What do you think? Should we give away a Banter Bag?
Do it.
We have 3 more Banter Bags to give away. We need to give them away before we get to 250,000 subscribers, because then we got to give away the bags. I think that'll be today or tomorrow. So guys, if you're not subscribed to our channel, smash it. This is the last chance. I mean, there's 2 more winners that are going to be announced. Okay.
Awesome.
Look, let's just talk about the Banter Bags for a second. We want to be as fair as possible in terms of picking the Banter Bags, which is why we pick Banter Bags winners from Twitter, from fan mail, from subscribers here on YouTube, comments here on YouTube, from comments in the video here on YouTube, because we want to be inclusive to the whole community. We also chose a charity because we want to be inclusive and add in a charity. If you want to know what the terms and conditions are for the Banter Bags, just go to the Crypto Banter website, and there's a little tab there with the Banter Bags, and you can see exactly what the Banter Bags. This one was one that touched my heart. And I said to you guys, I actually do read every single bit of fan mail. And so I want to read this one to you, and I want to share the screen with you guys. And I think this is going to be our Banter Bags winner for today. So the guy's name is Wes Entz, I think. And it says, "Run, my crypto guide. I just wanted to thank you for what you're doing in the crypto space. I felt I needed to write to you after the past couple of days to express my gratitude. Knowing Crypto Banter can't be bought, after hearing Sheldon's touching story, you're not only a lifesaver to Sheldon, but a lot of us. I trust you and the knowledge you're giving. I was diagnosed with stage 2 cancer in February of this year, and when I was diagnosed, my first thought was my kids and how they're going to be taken care of. So I scoured the internet on how to make money in crypto, and your channel ended up being my trusted source. Not knowing anything about trading or crypto in general, you guys gave me the knowledge and confidence to invest. In doing so, I was able to take my $5,000 in savings and turn it into $28,000 in the past 3 months. I've never had this much money in my life, and I'm grateful. If I was to pass away, I know I can at least have something to leave behind for my kids. I'm a fighter, and I'm not ready to die. So in the meantime, I'll keep growing my bags. You changed my life and giving me some light in my darkest times. Thank you, Rana." That's Wesley E. So Wesley E, if you are watching the show, you're a Banter Bags winner, because again, you know, for me, and I think for Sheldon too, we don't want you to have to worry about your kids when you have to worry about your own health. Like, you don't need already to have to deal with your own health is so hard. And, you know, I haven't been there as bad as that, but I've had some health scares in my life, and I know what it's like to have to deal with health scares. And I can't even imagine having to do it when you've got young kids. Like, I just can't imagine it. And I don't know, like, to read something where someone's got $5,000 and has got kids, no. We need to change lives. So, buddy, where's Fred is going to get hold of you? I mean, I sent it to Fred, and I said, "Fred, is this our Monday winner?" And Fred's like, "Abso-fucking-lutely." So, man, you are a Banter Bags winner. We will contact you. You will contact us. Not only are you a Banter Bags winner, but you've now got a community of, I don't know, 300,000 people who are rooting for you to get better. If there's any way we can help you, if you need money for doctors, if you need money for, we are your community, we're your family. If you are part of the Banter Bags Banter community, we're all your family, and anything that you need, Wes, and we're going to get you on the show to tell us what you do need. I promise you that this community is going to be here to help you. Your family, the Banter community, is going to be here to help you. I'm telling you, you have my word that you're not going to worry about anything except one thing, that is just getting better, because your kids need a dad, bro. Your kids are going to have a dad. We're going to make sure of it. So for as much as we can, be it in resources, in money, in prayers, in support, in positive vibes, positive energy, you've got a community here that's going to help you. So Fred, let's get hold of Wes. Let's tell him that he's a Banter Bags winner and get him on the show and see how else we can help him as a community. He's got a family of 300,000 people that are going to help him. Cool. Let's look at what else, man.
Oh, all these stories, man. What's going on, huh? Jeez.
Your story touched 300,000 people. I mean, I was watching your Twitter, bro. I was watching your Twitter. You've got a family here. You've got a real family. You're changing lives.
Man, it blows my mind, actually. And it took me 2 days to recover from that little call we had. It took me some time. It was, yeah, very difficult. I had so many people that know me that knew nothing about it. So I knew it was something that was going to be the hardest day of my life to talk about. But I knew it was something that was going to bring us together stronger. And for you guys to know that we're real. That we got your back and we all got the same goal and we're all there for each other. And that's the best gift we can all give each other.
Yeah, you know, a friend of mine called me just before I did the show and he said, I watched your show and he says, I really think you found your groove. And I said, why do you think I found my groove? He's known me for many years. He's watching me sell my advertising agency, get into crypto. And he said, you find a way to basically give all your knowledge to your community for free because you don't need the money from the show and you find ways to make money elsewhere. And he says you basically just find a way to give everything, all your knowledge, which normally people charge a lot of money for keynotes and stuff like that. And we've just found a way to do it for free to our community. Like no shilling you of links, none of that. We just want to give you knowledge for free. Yes, of course, in time we will give you some links, but rest assured when we do, it's going to be the best links in the world. We've negotiated the best deals. Anyway, brother, let's carry on with Litecoin.
Yeah, so obviously what we have, and I know we got some good news on Litecoin. So Litecoin is still a very big one that's had no effect on Ethereum to any other pairs right now. So Litecoin has broken all-time high. It's made all this strong movement. But guess what? We have seen nothing just yet. And I can't say to push that we are getting to that right stage now where the tremendous amounts of gains can be made. So it's still the same things that we are covering. It's more the same sort of update for us to understand that the patience is so key at this stage because high time frames is showing us a huge jump at a lot of these coins. And I saw there was a lot of people saying, oh, Ethereum's going, it's going. Now we've swapped it for some of these and swapped for some of that. Good. Because guess what? Ethereum has grown over 100% in the last 3 weeks. And you're not expecting a 30% or 20% drop at any single point. And the problem is a lot of these other altcoins have hardly done anything close to that. And so my opinion is a lot of these coins is my safer trades for the month. And what I mean by that is total potential growth I can make in general for the month. And that's the same with certain these coins. So DOT, we know, is still looking ready to extremely, it's had nothing to push strongly. BNB, we see to Ethereum, it's getting to that point where we're going to have a strong push. Same with Cardano to Ethereum. We've seen nothing yet. It's only just started Cardano. So that one is still a huge one. Looking at Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Cash has done very well, guys. It's done so good. And look how we're at calming down stage weekly to the Ethereum push. So even just today is 85% to Ethereum. Today is 420% to Ethereum. We'll get to the bigger targets. But you see why we are still sticking. It just meant that stage 2 was just a little bit dragged on longer. So Bitcoin Cash is still huge, huge, huge. Chainlink, huge. We are just capturing, here we go. Beautiful test of support. There's our strong support zones right there. So we are at the stage now, and that's the weekly. Where's the weekly just gotten? To the bottom.
What this means is, let me help people who don't understand.
Go for it.
It means that if you're holding Ethereum, you should now be switching some of your Ethereum into Bitcoin, Cardano, Chainlink, Litecoin. Lighten up on your ETH position slightly because that the next level is the major altcoins are going to run. Okay. It means for those of you who are not in the Ethereum trade yet, so in other words, let's say you don't have ETH and you're sitting on US dollars and you're sitting on Bitcoin. That means that if you are debating whether you should put your money into ETH or put your money into some of the other altcoins, put your money into some of the other altcoins, put your money into Bitcoin. Right now, we're not saying that ETH is going to stop going up because we think that ETH is going to continue to go up and actually flip in Bitcoin. But the question is, where can you make more money? More money. That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
So you can make more money in all of these other altcoins. What we're saying to you is that the altcoin cycle, let me quickly call it up for you guys so you can see. Let me find that tweet for you. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to find that tweet for you. Sheldon, you can carry on going through the charts. I'm going to find that tweet for you guys.
Cool. So to break it down quickly, guys, to get to the point now, what have we learned to do as traders? To not buy the green, to buy the red, right? To sell the green and buy the red. That's the main understanding. Now, Ethereum is the big daddy that's running. It's got lots of legs. It's getting ways to get. That's great. But have a look at Ethereum to Bitcoin. Look at that on the weekly, guys. If you are turning and you're buying Ethereum now, what are you doing? You're buying the green. You're doing the wrong part of trading than what you're supposed to learn. Now, if I show you that, and then I show you this, what looks like the more promising buy? Because we've learned buying the red is where we make the money. What is looking like the more promising buys? To all of these coins right now, look at DOT. Look at this.
Yes. Guys, we haven't called it wrong yet. We told you to move your money from Bitcoin to Ethereum. We told you to move your money from Ethereum to Cardano, Ethereum to Bitcoin Cash. This is what we're calling you guys, we're telling you guys now. We are about to enter phase 3 of the altcoin bull market. So we've now finished phase 1 conclusively. We finished phase 2 conclusively. We're now moving into phase 3. How are we going to move into phase 3? There's going to be a catalytic moment. Unfortunately, I think that catalytic moment is going to be a slight pullback. I think there's going to be a slight. It will be. It will be. I mean, it's, you know, I hate.
But it's going to be a pullback to the shitty currency, and that's what people need to relax about. Because remember that Ethereum grew 100%, the alts have grown 30%. So what do you think is going to fall quicker? Ethereum, if there is a pullback in the market, Ethereum is going to fall quicker than what Link is going to be and what DOT is going to be. It's going to fall more, which means that to the USDT, you're going to panic, and to the shitty coin, you're going to say, oh, there's a big pullback in the market. But you don't understand that Ethereum is going to fall quicker than these bigger alts, DOT, these ones. And in that, you're actually making Ethereum. So exactly. What are we chasing in this market? Yeah,
so it's tricky. It's tricky because remember, a lot of the exchanges don't have ETH pairs. So you're doing all this maths on a napkin, or on a piece of paper or on a spreadsheet to work out how to trade out of your Ethereum. You know, effectively, in most exchanges, you have to trade Ethereum to Bitcoin or Ethereum to USD, and then go Ethereum to Link or Ethereum to Cardano, because most exchanges don't have the Cardano Ethereum pair to trade. And
yeah, there is a Cardano ETH. The only one that we battle with is DOT. I see DOT is just the one. But keep it simple then, guys. Sell $2, buy the coin. Sell $2, buy the coin. It's just about knowing that we can compare them on the charts towards each other. And it's just about the growth. So I think as we're going on, sure, we're nearly on 17,000. Super proud of you guys.
Unbelievable. It's big party today.
Big party. Okay. So end of the day, guys, we are still looking really, really good. It's the same coins. Today is more about Ethereum. What's happening with Ethereum? Where are we in the market? We are still in the exact same stage. So there is going to be a pullback. There's going to be a pullback in the market. Definitely.
Like this, you went, yes, and I knew we were on 17,250 live viewers. I mean,
beautiful, guys.
We are changing lives, guys. Well done, Freddie. Well done, Show. We are changing lives, man. We're changing lives.
It's awesome, buddy. So where we sit, so there is a pullback coming. Breathe, relax. It's not to the USDT that you have to worry about. It's about where we're making the big the next big dog and the next bit of cash from. So understanding that the pullback's going to happen, but the bigger ones that grew faster are the ones that are going to fall quicker. And by understanding that, it will calm you down. I see the pullbacks already starting to happen shortly right now. Little pullback in the month, that's good. But we need a pullback for the re-push. Now, this is my prediction from what's going to happen now, is we're going to have this pullback. And everything is going to have a nice red USDT day. But just watch, after this pullback, watch how DOT, Link, Cardano, and watch how all of them bounce like you've never seen. They are going to bounce hard after this next pullback.
Listen to Uncle Run, okay? Listen to Uncle Run. Here's my theory. Here's a concern that I have. Okay? You tell me when you see a concern. Okay. This is my concern. So there's $67 billion locked up in Dogecoin. Now, we know fundamentally it shouldn't be there. We know that fundamentally Doge is not fundamental enough to support $67 billion. In fact, if you look at Shiba, I mean, Shiba has gone up. Fred, what's that Shiba number? I mean, like, ridiculous. And that's just a Doge clone. Here's my concern. And here's what I think may spark the temporary small correction. When Doge crumbles, up to 67, well, not going to be 67, but up to 50 billion is going to get wiped off the market. okay, immediately. And people are going to get scared. And when that happens, people are going to run from crypto. They're going to say, oh my God, there's crypto. Because remember, some of these Dogecoin guys have put money into XRP, have put money into BINANCE, have put money into Ethereum and Bitcoin. I think that what causes, or one potential catalyst for a small market correction is a Dogecoin correction. And that's why, to be honest, over the weekend, I was shorting Dogecoin and I stopped shorting Dogecoin because I just think that the damage that can be caused if Doge starts to collapse and 50 billion gets wiped off the market, and it can happen. In fact, I think it will happen. I think that's what may trigger a slight market correction. Then everyone will look at them and go, oh, it was just the dumb morons that actually bought Doge in the first place and had weak hands. And then everyone's going to start buying again. So watch out for that Dogecoin price. Just keep your eyes on it. See a Dogecoin correction. That could be the catalyst for the market correction.
That makes sense, but the obvious difference, what is it? 10% of the people that own Doge own, what, 90% of the coin? Or what is it, 80%? What is the actual, there's a very small amount of people that own majority of the coin. So I get you saying that will create a big disappointment and a big thing for the market, but that money doesn't exit the market. It just goes to the whales who planned this whole damn thing. And what they decide to do with the money.
Going to exit. It's going to exit the market. It's people that came in. They came in and thought, wow, this crypto is so easy. Look at this, everyone's making money, and they're going to see their asses. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but they're going to see, they're going to take a look and they're going to see their asses. And then they're going to go, we are never coming back to crypto ever again. And I said it again, sorry, Fred's raising flags. I'm not going to get shadow banned. They're going to, look, again, there's a 1%, 12 people and 60% of Doge. That's from Angelo Caneda. There is a 1% chance that Doge continues to run. It could run. I've said it that, sometimes
Elon's not stopping, so I won't be surprised.
Well, he had some salty people. I mean, a lot of people felt that he let them down.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, and I've said this before, Elon Musk doesn't own any Doge.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He would never, ever tweet about it. I promise you that much. Okay, so Fred's screaming that Doge is actually going to the moon with SpaceX. He said Doge is sponsoring a launch of SpaceX. I mean, literally. So look, the meme coin could work, but there's more of a chance that the meme coin is going to fail. There's an 80% chance it fails, there's a 20% chance it works, maybe even 90% chance it fails, 10% chance that it works. When it fails, if it fails, it's going to fail quickly. And when it does, it's going to cause panic. And when it causes panic, people are going to exit and they're going to run back into Bitcoin. And then the Bitcoin dominance is going to go up, which is exactly the healthy correction that we needed. Ethereum is going to come down because dominance goes up. And then bang, that's the buying time for us. So
that's a transition. Yeah.
We're going to start accumulating cash for that. We've got to accumulate some cash for that. Have to have cash.
Yeah, cool. And I think those are the ones we can focus on, the Bitcoin, the ones that have done tremendous amounts. The Ethereum is one of them. You know what I mean? It's growing nicely. It's going straight to the point of view. My goal is obviously just to make a shit ton more coins, but I do agree with you. We've got to free up a little bit of cash. We've got to see where we can start selling off. Firstly, sell some Trias. A little bit of Charlie, maybe, if you want. Any of the
Charlie has not even started yet. I don't know if it's going to go up in the next 2 days, but I'm saying to you that
we got good entries, so you can't hold it, definitely.
Hold it, of course. Hold it. Listen, Cardano hasn't entered the race yet, and in August, Cardano enters the race. That's what happens. In August, Gogan goes live, Cardano enters the race. End of story.
Exactly.
Yeah, Barry Silbert is guilty. He's not guilty. I mean, Barry Silbert, yes, he shorted, and yes, I must say I shorted at the same time that he shorted because I just thought it was easy money. But I mean, he was right. He read the market correctly. We knew that they say buy on the rumor, sell on the news. The news was Saturday Night Live. Buy on the rumor, sell just before Saturday Night Live at 66 cents. Close your short again at 45 cents or 50 cents, and everything's good.
No, 100%. So I think the main thing, what we're waiting for now, guys, is the next dip. The next dip, I'll have a shit tons of altcoins again for the new sort of thing. The main thing is to know at your Link, at your Cardano, at your DOT, at your Bitcoin Cash. These are the ones that are showing us a huge explosion coming. There is going to be a small correction in the market. Don't panic. Remember the currency that you are collecting out of this next push. And we do need a shakeout event to change the market at specific points. Same as Bitcoin. It had to dump from 65 to 50 for us to get Ethereum where it is today. Everything has to happen for a reason. So calm down. Don't stress too much. Learn to be a little bit more patient. And remember what you are actually collecting in this market. And I think from that, Ren,
Sheldon, no, whoa. I've got some personal questions I need to ask you. So the first thing is my Fantom bag. What do you say about my Fantom bag?
Okay. Did you not sell at the take profit points?
Did not sell anything. Still holding. Was it 90
still there.
cents? Was it 90 cents on the weekend? I think this thing is going to break $1, man.
Oh, it hit it basically nearly hit it there around 96 cents. So it hit all three of the take profits on the weekly. If I look at daily stochastics coming down. So I'll say it again, start laddering some profits, because what happens if it's 30% down? You take those profits and you go buy again, right? You know what I mean? You're adding completely to your Fantom, like ridiculously. So it's all about it. Is it a long-term hold? How long you want to hold this coin for?
I've held it since 2017. I don't think I'm going to let it go now. I mean,
sure. Then hold it. Do you know what I mean? Then hold it.
I think
hold through it and run.
It's going to be a top 10 coin. Mark my words. I think Fantom goes into top 10. Not soon, but it definitely goes.
What's its market cap now?
2 billion, 2.1 billion.
Okay, still got some room. Yeah, I got some good room. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, the next one I want you to look at for me is Pickle. 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 I don't know
if
it's on. I hope it's on TradingView. Here we go. Pickle Finance. DeFi play. I called it the other day on the show. Since I called it, it's been up. I think it went up from. Just go on to daily. I'll tell you when I called it. I think I called it like 16, 17 bucks. It's $22. What do you see?
Well, it's got no resistance in here, so it's still going to go more up, definitely, because we haven't hit a key resistance. So it's either going to go to $26 or it's going to go to $30, and then we'll have a little pullback. But right now, there's no resistance to tell me we're going to turn here right now, because there's the resistance points up there. So still a little bit more growth, definitely. It has had a lot of solid, good green candles, but Pickle definitely up to $26 to $30, then definitely, because then we are going to have a decent pullback. It'll bring it back down to $20 or $18, and that's a very good farming. So Pickle's still good.
Okay, good. So let's quickly go through the super chats, because everyone says we always ignore our super chats. We have Khan Senturk, and he says, what do you think about Dragon Mask? I've never heard of Dragon Mask. Sheldon, you ever heard of Dragon Mask?
No idea. We'll have a look. We will have a look.
Stickers from Rashid Osman, from Joseph Antonius, and we've got from Attila Dogan. Thank you, guys. We appreciate the love. Sheldon, brother, thank you. Thank you for another unbelievable record fucking show, my man. Another unbelievable show. Almost 18,000 people live. There's only one channel on the whole internet, crypto internet, that gets that, and that's BitBoy. So we're going there, and we're going there fast, my man. We're going there fast. Guys, we will see you again later. Sheldon, I'll see you again later, my man.
Yeah, and as we close off, Ran, guys, thank you for all the fan mail, and I appreciate you all very much.
Wow, man. Wow, family. We're all a family here. Guys, we are a family here. Thank you. We feel the sense of family. We get all the fan mail. We get all the comments. We feel love. It doesn't go unappreciated. You know what also doesn't go unappreciated? Sheldon, have you changed your profile picture to a donkey?
I did this morning. I'm still getting... Yeah, I did.
I'm just going to keep on giving away 100 donkey tokens to anybody who's a donkey. Like, I've given you guys on my Twitter, there are a whole lot of amazing Twitter profile pictures that you can use. Be a donkey, and if I see you in a donkey and you comment on any of my posts, we'll just give away 100 donkey tokens. Sheldon, you can do the same. And I mean,
let's do it.
Yeah, so you can give away thousands of donkey tokens to anybody who wants to be a donkey. You can give away tokens. Love this one, Pablo Escobar donkey. I mean,
brilliant.
So, in honor of the launch of Donkey, and actually it was World Donkey Day on Saturday. So, like, the honor of the World Donkey Day, change your picture to a profile picture to a donkey, and we will give you donkey tokens if you comment on our posts, and we see you guys. Guys, love you all madly. I will see you again 10 a.m. EST. Don't miss the show, because I'm going to tell you why markets are not going to crash. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm telling you markets can't crash. Yeah, true. Markets can't crash, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm also going to show you 2 or 3 altcoins that you have to buy. Got someone from Charlie 3, and then there's a whole lot of other surprises. Are we talking about the flippening later? We said first, there's 3 big predictions later, and they're all going to come true, because so far everything we've predicted is true. So be there later, 10 a.m. EST. Don't miss it. Love you all, guys. Go out there, make money, trade well, my friends. Bring home the bacon. Let's build the richest. Let's all get stinking rich and retire, and then give a big fuck you to our bosses. See you guys all again at 10 o'clock EST. I'm Crypto Man Ran, and I am going to trade now.
Crypto Banter is a social podcast for entertainment purposes only. All opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers should not be construed as financial advice. Views expressed by guests and hosts do not reflect the views of the station. Listeners